trying to get a log here. This is the last of the logs. We left a couple to cut maybe next year, and then we left anything smaller so that we can cut it in the future. But yeah, we're getting quite the pile over here. Get them all milled up here in August. Videotape that too. But it's been a little hectic around here, so haven't really got a couple videos in a while. So just gonna stack these up here. We got a couple little 6-footers in there, and we're gonna use those for slats to after we cut it, so that the lumber cures the rest of the way, and likely cut it, let it sit for another, I don't know, 6 months maybe, and then start nailing them on. Gonna cover in the coverall if we can, but just trying to pick these off our wagon here without doing a lot of damage to anything. Just gotta be slow and careful. There we go. But yeah, it's nice to be done. Cut 17 trees down, 17 mature big pines. Get them milled up here. Only had one that was iffy. I wasn't planning on cutting it, but one of the big pines in behind was just gonna fall down and snap the top out of it anyways. So instead of wasting it, we cut it up. But no, it's going good. Didn't have too many problems. Never had one hang up, which was nice. Had a couple that were way too big to pull out in one piece, because that's what we were trying to do, was keep the tractor in the field and pull them out onto the field to cut them up. But we had a couple that we had to split up. So let's see if I can do this without banging the trailer up. I gotta scoop the one underneath here and back out of it. See if I can let them down nicely. There we go. There we are. Yeah, they're big and they're heavy. We cut most of them into 16-foot lengths. That way, if we have leftover boards, 16-footers fit on the old barn. If we have to redo some boards on the old barn. Don't really want to put tin on the old barns. Not really planning on keeping them forever, so I guess if we were gonna keep them, we'd tin them, but they're just being kept for short term. We use one as a commodity bay, and once we build our addition to the barn here and build our commodity bay and stuff, then that one won't get used. Maybe for parking for a little bit, but other than that, it's all they get used for right now is commodity bays. And when we add on to the new barn, we're also going to put bunker silos up and get rid of the upright silos. They're getting old, they're getting rotten. So we have our high moisture corn has a hole in the roof, and I think our haylage unit has a hole in the roof. So it's time to make a switch. Just to put a roof on those silos is about $25,000. To put a bunk up is about $30,000. and get twice the amount of capacity. So it doesn't make sense to do it. Like if we weren't gonna gain much capacity and it was a little cheaper for the roof on the silo, we'd do the silo. But we're gonna gain twice the amount of capacity for the same amount of money. It only makes sense. So that's the plan there. But bunkers are just, we weren't big enough when we built the barn, the first barn here, to have bunkers. Bunkers didn't work with the old barn because everything needs to be fed inside. We've outgrown upright silos. I wish they were cheaper to repair and cheaper to maintain, because in all honesty, we'd put up a couple more. But they're not cheap to maintain, they're not cheap to repair, and they're not cheap to put up. They're $100,000. They're $100,000 to put up. As you can see, the pile rolled. Like to put a silo up, like the tallest one over there, it's $100,000 for the silo, just to put the silo up, and then it's $50,000 or $60,000 for a used unloader to go into it. So it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't pencil out. I wish it would. They use less space, but a bunker is got benefits, right? You fill it faster. You can unload it faster because you unload it with a loader, and they're cheaper, right? And there's no maintenance. When a bunker is finally done, you put another one up and you keep going. But other than that, most bunker silos stay around for 30, 40, 50 years. So they're without maintenance, other than the plastic to cover them up, right? So only thing that's I'm not looking forward to is covering bunkers up. It's not a job I ever liked doing. We never did it when we had the beef farm at my house. We used the feed so fast that we didn't have to worry about spoilage. So it wasn't a concern. But here we use it a slower rate, and spoilage is a huge concern, right? It can upset the dairy cow's stomach pretty quick. No, we're slowly making progress here. It's kind of nice. It'll be interesting the first time we do bunks. It'll be kind of nice for me for doing haylage, because I can just go. The way we're set up right now, I can't keep the harvester going. I have to wait. I can cut loads faster than they can unload loads right now, so it takes longer. If I didn't have to wait, we take off 40 acres for first cut, and that's usually a 12-hour day from the time we get going to the time we quit. If I didn't have to wait, we could likely cut that down to 6 hours, because I wait quite a bit, and it's a long day for these guys because they're taking their time to put it up, because if you push the silo blower too much, it plugs up, and then it's climbing the silo and banging the pipe out, and having to climb one of those tall things 2 or 3 or 4 times in one day, it sucks. We've been there and done that. We've tried going faster, and it just doesn't work. But yeah, with bunks I can start cutting earlier because it can be wetter, and I can push it. I can push it as hard as I want. Because those guys are just going to come here with the wagons and wide open to unload them. They don't have to feather unload them. So let's see if I can get this one on. There we go. But yeah, bunks comes with its own thing, right? You got to buy a defacer and deface them so that you're peeling just a little bit off the face and it's nice and clean. And in all honesty, a loader like this doesn't work too well, or you wear them out. So, but I don't know. I'm excited. If we have to buy an old payloader to do bunks, that's what I'll buy, is an old payloader. And we'd use it, right? It's not something we wouldn't use, so it'll be good that way. Anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go and finish off the morning chores here and go in and get some breakfast. Take care.